It's your guy Brahma, and in today's video, I'm showing you how I remade the beat to Zapp Roger, So Rough, So Tough, one of my favorite Roger Troutman joints. Check it out. I'm going to take you behind the scenes of my Logic Pro and show you every plugin, every instrument I used on it. I'm going to break it down track by track, sound by sound. So make sure you pay attention all the way throughout the video. Leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you're vibing with it. Let's get it. So now we're behind the scenes in Logic Pro, right? So before I give you the sauce and break everything down, we're going to play the beat so you can get a good idea of what it sounds like right now. And then afterwards, we're going to break everything down so you can see exactly what I did and exactly what I used. Here we go. There you have it. You've heard the track. We got a lot to cover here. So there's about 16 tracks actually of just straight funk. Okay, so we're going to break it all down. You know how we do it. We're going to start with the drums. Okay, so the drums are very, very, very basic in the sense of the pattern. I kept it real funky. I played it as close as I could to the original as far as like not too many instruments. I didn't want to add too many percussions. I wanted to keep it clean. So let's break it down. So let's play it. Right? Kick, clap, hi-hat. Nothing extra. But the drums are so fat that they could carry the track with just these three elements. And you'll see that I stacked the claps, man. These claps. So this first clap I got from the Katana Blades expansion in the Apeshyt Drums 2 VST plugin. Right? That gives it that snap. This next one is it's TKO Punch from the Knockout Drums expansion inside the Apeshyt 2 plugin. This definitely gives it some more punch, right? And then this is a drum sample. Okay, so let's play them all together. So together, those three create that bang, that snap, that slap, that smack all together, right? If I would have just played one of them in the beat, it wouldn't sound the same. Those three different layers give that drum sound a lot of face and body to carry the drums. You're going to need that if you're not using that many drum tracks. Then we got a kick, right? So there's a sample. And then there's a kick under the sample on top of it. From the Apeshyt Drums 2 plugin, Bag of Bricks expansion. Bag of Bricks preset inside the original drums expansion in the Apeshyt 2 plugin. Right? And then we got some hi-hats straight from the same Bag of Bricks expansion. Bag of Bricks kit inside the original drums expansion. Right? Just the 1 and 2. Right? And they got the beat riding. And so the next, which is my favorite element of any beat, man, I love the bass because the bass line is the soul of the track, man. So let's play. And this track isn't even really all the way mixed. It's just that the sound qualities I came in good with, and a lot of the frequencies have already been cleaned up, right? This is a bounce with me bass. This is exactly a replica bass that I made. It's a replica of More Bounce to the Ounce, right? So I recreated More Bounce to the Ounce bass, and I resampled it and put it inside this plugin. So let's play it solo. It's inside the Apeshyt Bass VST Bananaz Bass Expansion. It's definitely bouncing, man. That bass got so much bounce to it. It took me a while to be able to recreate that. Whatever those sound designers were doing in that studio with Roger that day, if he designed it, man, I don't know what he was up to, but man, he did something crazy. So the next elements, these are stacked, but I'm going to play them individually. And this one's called Back to 1985 Synth. You can hear why. Right? And they're just cruising through. Crazy. So that's in the Apeshyt Rampage VST plugin inside the Rebel Synths expansion. That particular sound, Back to 1985 synth. Now I layered it with this Prophet Strings synth. And that's from Apeshyt Synth, Alchemy Strings expansion. I wanted to give this beat like a thriller kind of feel. That's why I added these elements. In the original beat, the only melody besides the bass line is guitar licks. So I wanted to Brahmatize it. I wanted to give it that Brahma stamp and add so many different flavors. So check these sounds out together. And you know the rules. Whenever you layer two sounds together, you're creating a whole new sound that never existed before. Two or more sounds together. I actually learned that in graphic design class. If you add two different images together and elements together, you change 50% of it, it's a whole new image. I took that same knowledge and put it into sound. You add two sounds, two or more sounds together, you're creating a new one that never existed before. So now we got these two guitars. So these are playing, they're not doing the exact guitar licks that in the original track, So Rough, So Tough. They're doing their own licks, right? And they're just bouncing through the track. And they're playing in tune with those strings and synth. So everything's in harmony. That's the Maui Wowie guitar, straight up from the Apeshyt Rampage plugin in the Rebel Synths expansion. If you don't have that expansion, you need to grab it. That expansion is pretty dope. I must say so myself. Desperado guitar. Right, same expansion, same plugin. And it's got like a wah. I panned these opposite directions because I wanted to give them a stereo field effect. If you listen to guitars on like old school records, there's usually a guitar. It's never, from my experience of listening, it's not usually centered. You have the same guitar playing in the left and the right ear, right? And the guitar is a solo instrument naturally. But to give a stereo field, they would play it, they would either duplicate it or play it over again, right? On two different tracks, pan one, pan left. Pan one left, pan one right. So I did that in here, but I just played I kind of just duplicated it. I didn't replay it. If I would have replayed it, it would have gave it a more human-like feel though. So that's something you want to play around with. The next part opens up a whole new section of the song. So it's the Sapphire lead, straight up from the Apeshyt Synth. This is the Space Age Synths expansion that comes with the plugin. Space Age Synths is definitely a synth expansion that I created out of all the sounds that I created from the last 13 years in Logic that I've been in. I would always create new sounds while making beats. And producers used to always ask me, yo, where'd you get that bass? Where'd you get that lead? And it's something that I created. So I couldn't find a way to give them access to it until I made this plugin and give them access in a way to where I could, have all the parameters and everything ready, the same way that I would use it. Because it's different than giving somebody a sound and it's unprogrammed. Then they're going to have to figure out how you programmed it. It's already programmed the way that I would program it and play it. Let me play it for you so that you can hear what I'm talking about. Sapphire lead. Crazy. It don't get no more funky West Coast than that. That's definitely inspired by the Funky Worm, which was the whole inspiration behind that West Coast whistle sound. They got that from Funky Worm. So anyway, let me play you the next section of these tracks. This is all talk box sounds, right? So let me play you the wah first, and then I'm going to play you these other sounds together. The boom, boom, and the yeah, right? Apeshyt Box Expansion. Apeshyt Box plugin. Groove Box Expansion. Right? So there you have that. I played that like a chord. Sometimes if I want to get a more, a more talk box kind of feel, I would play those melodies individually to create that harmony. But right here, I just played it as a chord. So now you have these elements. This is exactly what I'm talking about. But these are kind of, each one is doing their own thing. So I'm going to play them together and then I'm going to play them individually. And that's straight up, these are all Apeshyt Box instruments, right? There's 20 different presets in here, 20 different articulations from A, ah, baby, boom, bow, do, do, doo-wah, all the way to yeah, right? So let me play this one solo so you can hear it. Right, and that's boom. And then so I just layered it with a lower version of it. It's not playing it as expressed. Right, just boop, boop. Right, then you got the yeah singing in the background. I kind of dragged that one out for emphasis. I wanted to give it like its own kind of like lazy kind of talk box playing, but it works well with all the other elements because it kind of glues it all together. So that was the magic behind adding that talk box element to the track. Plus to bring that, that real Zapp vibe, that true Zapp flavor to life in this beat. You couldn't do it without the talk box, baby. So that's it, man. Now I gotta play you the beat one more time so you can hear how it sounds with everything in it. Now that you are aware of all the sounds that I've used, now they're gonna just pop out at you and you're gonna be like, oh, okay, I see how you did that. Man, that's what it is, okay? So let me play it. That's the beat, man. That's what it is. Leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you're feeling the vibe. I appreciate the love. Also, make sure you watch this video right here if you need inspiration. Sometimes we lose inspiration for making beats, but this video is going to show you how to find inspiration every time, no matter what. No matter what. Okay? Check it out.